The crackdown has started when it comes to CDL licenses being issued incorrectly to illegal immigrants. Now, of course, we have spoken about this a lot here on the channel, guys. The amount of semi-truck drivers in the United States that shouldn't even be in the United States, let alone operating a massive vehicle that can very easily kill people in the wrong scenario, and we've seen that numerous times in recent months. One of the worst offenders when it comes to states issuing these licenses wrongly is California. California and New Jersey, I think, are the worst offenders when it comes to this. California very much taking the biscuit when it comes to that. However, the federal authorities are fighting back, and they have revoked 17,000 of them from California because they were issued illegally. Very much going against the narrative that Governor Gavin Newsom is trying to spin. But let's have a look at this full story here, guys. This is a very good news story, but also quite concerning in a sense, the fact that there were 17,000 of them to revoke in the first place. This is not an isolated incident. 17,000, that's a small town. That's a lot of people. But let's have a look. The California Department of Motor Vehicles has admitted to unlawfully issuing around 17,000 non-domiciled CDLs to foreign nationals, according to the US Department of Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy on Wednesday. The revelation follows an intense and ongoing federal investigation by the Trump administration into how foreign drivers, including undocumented migrants, managed to obtain CDLs despite federal regulations, often after being involved in deadly highway accidents. And Secretary Sean Duffy was very much taking this as a victory and an opportunity to take a swipe at Gavin Newsom, saying, quote, "After weeks of claiming they did nothing wrong, Gavin Newsom and California have been caught red-handed. Now that we've exposed their lies, 17,000 illegally issued trucking licenses are being revoked." End quote. Non-domiciled CDLs are generally issued to foreign nationals who are not residents of the state and who are not American citizens or green card holders. An audit by the Federal Motor Carrier Administration has previously flagged California as the most egregious offender in this regard, finding that more than a quarter of non-domiciled CDLs were improperly issued. Again, it is far from it. Again, you cannot say this is an isolated incident. It's very much a systematic problem. And some people would say that it is by design. It is not by accident. That's a debate for a different day, but I know that is very much a feeling that a lot of people have. The DOT confirmed that notices have been sent to all 17,000 non-domiciled CDL holders, informing them that their licenses do not meet the federal standards and will expire within the next 2 months. The FMCSA is now requiring the California DMV to conduct a full audit of its non-domiciled CDLs to ensure federal investigators can verify that every unlawfully issued license has been pulled from circulation. Duffy continued, quote, "This is just the tip of the iceberg. My team will continue to force California to prove they have removed every illegal immigrant from behind the wheel of a semi-truck or school bus." End quote. And like I said, this is a good news story. It's good that they're cracking down on this, but there is a lot of work still to do. There's a lot more of these licenses going around in the US. New Jersey, I think, is one of the worst offenders too. And of course, something has to happen. Something should happen when it comes to the companies employing them. I think they should have some kind of repercussions when it comes to this. And I've said this a number of times. Yes, those illegal immigrants should not be doing what they are doing, but at the same time, how are they getting work? Well, because they're offering to do it cheaper than what domestic drivers do, and companies love that. They love cheaper labour. But they shouldn't be allowed to get away with that. They should face repercussions for it. Will they? Probably not. But I'm going to keep saying it until I'm blue in the face, because it's only fair at the end of the day. But guys, get your thoughts in the comments below. Good news story, much overdue? Absolutely. Tip of the iceberg? Probably. I think Duffy is correct when he's saying that. Like, share, comment, subscribe. As always, guys, have a fantastic day wherever you're on the world today, and we'll see you very soon.